Hello everyone and welcome back to Spider-Man on a Sony PlayStation 1. I'm One Mouse Sheep yet again, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is quite a unique little level. So throughout this level we're basically going to be crawling into a black abyss of nothingness. So how are we going to get by? Well, this is actually a bit of a maze level because we need to go through loads of intersecting pathways and try and find the correct route in which to go. And of course the correct route will be teased by good old Venom, who's going to be playing a game of hot and cold with us. So we'll be crawling through these tunnels and occasionally we'll hear, "Warmer! Oh, you're on fire, baby!" And that's basically
Starting to sweat here.
see, like by here he's saying starting to sweat. And basically, if you want to know the correct route, go all the way down this pathway I'm going right now, because this will lead you to the lizard. And as you know, the lizard's lair is basically down here in the sewers. So the lizard knows this place off like the back of his hand. So let's speak to him.
Lizard! Knew it.
Spider-Man! Venom has imprisoned me and has taken my lair. Now he's using my lizard man against you.
No.
He's also imprisoned that Parker woman.
Where is she?
She's in the lair at the end of the maze. There's only one way to get there. Go back along this tunnel and cross over 2 waterways. At the 3rd waterway, go right. Follow it around the corners, past the machinery, skip the 1st tunnel intersection, then go right at the next one. You will find the woman there.
Okay, sounds useful. So yeah, you don't need to find the lizard by here, but it does help you out because he gives you direct instructions on where to go. If you really want to, you could just play hot and cold with Venom for about half an hour, but I'd rather get this done as quickly as possible, you know, because yeah, I'd rather get the LP done and over with. I want to get my LPs out as quick as I can while showing off as much of the games as I can. Now anyway, whenever you're on the top of the walls with the blue sections, sometimes you'll see little holes with water dripping out. For the longest time, I thought those holes with the water coming out will hurt you and kill you. However, they don't kill you, so don't worry too much about them and try and stay on the blue path in the middle of these waterways, because the sides that aren't the blue path thingy, that like I'm crawling on now, the sides of the grates where you can clearly see the holes above. Basically, if you climb on there, there's a chance you'll get stuck, which means you can die. Like, in one recording session, I was just, my test playthrough of this, I was going through this entire tunnel, then I got trapped just in the middle by here of these crusher blocks. So, what happened? Well, of course, I got stuck in the walls, so the crusher blocks, well, let's just say they crushed me, shall we? Anyway, I'm going the wrong way, but if you go the wrong way, then it's not that big a deal, because as you can tell, it'll just be a dead end. Of course, Venom both acted as a speedrunning tactic to try and get back as quick as possible, and the bitch knocked my health down. Why do that, Venom? It hurts.
My. Send the spider to the smaller spider.
Oh, mad burn. That hurt my feelings, Venom. My, said the spider to the... Shit, I didn't think this one through. Smaller spider, yes, genius! But I digress.
Help! Is anybody there? Help me!
Mary Jane!
Please!
Hey, you made it! Venom! I'd let you see your wifey poo, but she's in the bath right now. So, what do you say, Spunky? Let's finish this!
Alright, Venom boss fight round 2, and to start things off, turn off the water. Because if you leave the water on, and the water reaches all the way up to Mary Jane, well, let's just say you're going to lose, right? She's gonna drown. It's not gonna be a good time. And what is he doing? Of course, this boss fight is very tedious, it is very long, and it's the worst boss in the entire game. This is, without a doubt, the worst boss fight in the game. Because, basically, it's got the random factor of Venom's teleporting, along with him doing cheap shots like that and teleporting away. Occasionally, he'll turn on the waterways, which will potentially drown Mary Jane, so you need to manage all that. Seriously, Venom is not that good. And also, if you try and attack him using a web Hadoukens, there's a chance that you're going to turn on the water, so be careful with that. I do recommend using the web Hadoukens over your normal punching combo, however, because, well, you can catch him before he catches you, basically. It's still a nightmare whenever you accidentally turn on the waterways. I don't like this boss fight, I really don't. But fortunately enough, the game does loading health power-ups on top of the 4 containers that are surrounding the pool that Mary Jane's being held captive in. So, just look around and hopefully, fingers crossed, you don't, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll be able to gain health. Also, when Venom's health gets to around the halfway mark, he's going to start teleporting onto the sides of the rooms as well as the back and front. So what you're going to do is just simply turn the camera by just tapping the D-pad to the left or right, and just hope to God you can see him. Honestly, it's a bit of a nuisance just because Venom sort of wanders around. And he does stupid ass shit like that, which is so annoying. I just want to hit you, Venom. Come on. The music that they're playing for this boss fight isn't even very boss music-y. It's a sort of ambience now I think about it, which is strange. But don't worry. After this boss fight, we will be gaining a valuable ally in our travels. In terms of plot, anyway, we don't really get anybody to help us in the game's levels itself, which is quite distressing, because the next set of levels after the sewage is what I consider to be one of the hardest types of levels in the game, and that's just because of the enemy type that spawns in. We could be seeing that soon, though. But yeah, this boss fight drags on way too long. It's like a 5-minute boss fight. And I actually did die a few times in this boss, folks, so you're seeing the edited run without the failure. Excluding when I'm actually turning on the water, without failure that involves death, So, just be careful. Although, if you're lucky enough, sometimes he'll try and taunt you after he's hit you, which means you'll be able to whack him a lot easier. But there we go. He's down and out. Thank God for that.
Why, Venom? Why did you come back?
Oh, you should know, Spider-Man. The heist you pulled at the Science Expo. You're the bad guy this time.
You idiot! Think, Eddie. Think back to that day. I was with you, in the crowd. An imposter Spider-Man was on stage. He burned both of us, and now we've been played against each other.
You're right, Parker.
Mary Jane!
Gotcha! You and your wife are innocent, Parker. Our bad.
Our bad? Our bad? I'm gonna kill
Peter
you!
Parker! Just get me out of here now!
Bummer. You're in the doghouse now, dude.
Coming, honey. So, we're partners, but only for now. After we bust those tech thieves, it's payback time for kidnapping my wife.
Jeez, one little mistake. We said we're sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Now, the imposter was a shapeshifter, so that means it was either Mysterio or the Chameleon.
Hey, Chameleon was our idea. We thought of that.
Tell me this, Einstein. Who could have wanted to steal Octavius' technology?
Ooh, we know!
Who?
The Submariner.
The Submariner? Get serious, will you?
The mighty Thor.
Are you out of your mind? Don't answer that.
Galactus.
Forget it, Eddie. I need Jameson's help on this. We're going to the Bugle.
Jameson. We hate Jameson.
bonehead. We're not going to see Jameson. We're going to use his computer database.
Ooh, are we gonna surf the web?
Let's just go, okay?
Surf the web. Because the spider characters get it. Oh, give me strength. But yeah, the next set of levels, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, are a nightmare. You'll see why. But of course, the city's in peril. Symbiote invasion. Yay.
Here it is, the records room.
Surf the web, surf the web.
Shut up, Brock. We don't have time.
Parker, wait, could it be?
Could what?
Yes, we sense our other.
Who? Since who?
It's our other, the symbiote known as Carnage. We must stop him.
Now?
Yes, now. We have no choice.
Great. Make more noise. I'm only breaking and entering here. Spider sense tingling. Now what? Spidey, whoever's behind all this. Got symbiotes.
Oh, what a venomous turn of events. Get it? Venomness. I'm so sorry.
These symbiotes must be looking for human hosts.
Plunging into battle with symbiotes other than Carnage and Venom? And hostages? Old Webhead's got his work cut out for him today.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Symbiote Invasion set of levels. The final set of levels in the game, give or take. And these stages are an absolute nightmare. Now, for this initial stage right here, I recommend ignoring the symbiotes. The symbiotes do too much damage. They have too much health. It takes like 3 combos without the web gloves to take them on. And it takes 2 combos with the web gloves to kill them. So, yeah, just watch out and...
I can get out of here now.
Yeah, you can get out of here. Go, be free, random hostage. But seriously, this mission
I bet there are no symbiotes.
is actually the easiest of the symbiote missions, but these things are annoying. Watch how many web Hadoukens it takes now and punches to take this guy out. It's ridiculous.
Break me free.
These guys take so much health, it's not funny. I hate these enemy types. I mean, look how much health they took off me. That was one of them. And of course, this game is a normal beat 'em up in terms of it actually has an elevator sequence later on, and what does that mean? Well, basically, you go through the elevator sequence, you have a load of enemies to fight while you're on an elevator that's going down. So, yeah. Actually, that's coming up next, I believe, or is it either next or in the next part. So, yeah, just open the doorway, and it's time to get on. Seriously, though, these set of missions, I like them because the design is amazing. The level design is just phenomenal on these stages. I like them. But
How many of them are there?
the symbiotes are a nightmare. So yeah, equip your web gloves, and the best way to take out the symbiotes is stand on this elevator by here and try your best to push them off. That will kill them. Just due to fall damage, because enemies in this game, believe it or not, suffer from fall damage, which I find quite interesting. They never usually do in most games. So yeah, web gloves are a must. You need these web gloves in order to do anything good in this mission, because, well, as I stated, the health of these symbiotes is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, one way I kind of recommend taking these guys on, equip the web gloves and so punch them, then back off while they try to attack you. Then you re-equip the web gloves again, and then boop them as they're sort of wandering around, you know, doing their thing. Like that, see? So they can be manageable, but it's still very luck-based on whether you die or survive against these goons. It's such a nightmare. Anyway, this is one of those levels where I recommend using the D-pad because, well, basically that can happen if you don't. You can quite easily fall off. But when you get to this third series of doorways on this elevator sequence, what you're going to want to do is jump off the elevator like I did. You know, it looks like I did it accidentally, but you're going to want to jump off the elevator, push the switch on the right-hand side, left-hand side as well if you want to get hold of a comic book page, but right-hand side, and through the doors we go. Seriously though, it's so freaking difficult. But we do get a power-up pretty soon, which allows us to dispatch the symbiotes in literally one go. So that power-up is going to be one I can't wait to show off and talk about. So with that, folks, that is the end of this part. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we're going to be continuing onwards and taking down the symbiotes. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys after. Bye!